Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about how to import data files from a really weird looking data file. So in this case we have this data.dat and we don't really know what it looks like, but all we know that is formatted in some special way that it makes sense in a certain way. So to give it a quick preview, um, I'm going to use the text editor to take a look. So I'm going to just open a random file, and then I am going to open this file and take a look. Oh, it looks messy. I see what it is. So it has two rows of random headers, informations that are not data. These two headers seems like they specify what goes on underneath and explain what they are. And it seems like data is delimited by tabs. Okay, I know that Excel has a really nice function that can automatically call this, but what if I wanted to do it in MATLAB? So this is where we're getting at today. Um, what we're going to do today is actually use the import data tool. So click import data right here, and then you select your data file, open. Look at that, everything's nicely imported. You have your header over here specifying what's useful, what's not, and then in chunk of data that's being selected will get put into a numeric matrix. Or you can choose to put in a vector column vectors where each individual column, for example, this column will be in one vector, this column will be another vector, this column will be another vector, and you will be able to name all of those using some sort of scheme. In this case, we're not going to go too far with that, but what I want to demonstrate to you is that if you click on this little arrow here, you can actually go generate script. This will allow you to do this repetitively without having to click through the buttons again. So go to editor, run. Actually, I gotta save this first. So let's call it data in save. Okay, now if I run it, there's my data. Let me clear this real quick. See, nothing's in the workspace right now. Click run, boom, data from your file. Now you may ask, okay, what if I don't know where the file is being stored? I'm gonna use a little trick called UI get file. So to get started, you can look at the help UI get file, and it shows you. Okay, you call it. There are multiple rows to this function. You can specify what type of file you want to look at, and is going to export these variables. In this case, I only care about the file name and the path name. I don't really care about the index. So I'm going to copy this example and paste it here. And looking at this, let's get rid of this because I don't need it. What files are we looking for? First of all, multi-select, probably not a good idea to keep on. So I'm going to go ahead and get rit of this and then make the function end right here. Let's call it pick a data file, or pick it a .dat data file. And I'm going to get rid of the useless entries that I'm not interested in. And I'll say, okay, I need to pick that. So this will specify the type of data that's limited to display. And then we'll call it weird data files. Call it that for display. Give it a try. Let's run this in the command line, paste it, run. Oh, look, a window popped up, and you can select your data file, and you're only allowed to select it or other files, which is irrelevant. So you go back to this selection, select your file, and now you have the file name and file path. But it seems like your code generated doesn't take two different functions, two different variables for the file. So what you're going to do is you're going to combine these two. You're going to go replace what you have here for file name and go sprintf. You're going to specify the format is going to be string. After a string, first string is going to be path name. The second string is going to be file name. Let's give it a try. I'll just to show you what it looks like. Oh crap. Okay, spelled it wrong. Path. Yeah, path name there. There. Now you have the full path indicated just like that. This is a comment, by the way. It's relevant. So what we're going to do is we're gonna keep this, and then the file name is going to be called by the code later on automatically. As you can see, that's being generated automatically. All right, that's irrelevant to us. So let's give it a try. Let's run it. Oh, there's my dot file. Oh, I forgot to change the spelling mistake back. Path, not P-A-H-T. No, yes, P-A-T-H, path. Okay, run it, pick it, boom, there's your data. Okay, let's do a little experiment. Say, okay, I want to move my data to this folder called blah blah. And boom. Oh crap, it's open right now. You close the data file first. Or actually, is it? Where is it being opened at? Okay. Let me clear it first. All right. Give it a try and see if we can drag it over. Nope. Anyway, how about this? Let's change the name. So, intent is to confuse the computer. Let's call it hey about that, okay? Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's make a copy of this. Put it here. Call it hey man dot dat. That should be really confusing, and you assume that the code wouldn't be able to pick it up. But if you navigate to the blah blah folder, hey man dot, oh snap, there's your data. Okay. Now you may want to ask, how do I write this in any useful format? Is it stuck in MATLAB? That's what I'm going to show you. You're going to go to the end of the file right here, make a new section, and you're going to go, for example, I want to write it into a spreadsheet in Excel. I'm going to go XLS, right? Okay. And again, if you need help, type in help XLS, right? I know this because I remembered it. You're going to specify a name, so I'm going to call it good.xls. That tells it where to store your data, but what data do you want to store? So I'm going to specify it. I'm going to call the variable data as indicated right here. It's going to be stored in sheet number 1, so that'll be a 1. And where do I want to insert it? So I want to insert in, for example, let's insert in B3. This way, give it some headroom just to demonstrate that you can insert it wherever you want. Let's run it. Hey man dot. Oh look, there's your Excel file. And I'm going to open up Microsoft Excel. Just take a second. And I'm going to go this file. Look, B3. Now we have all of this space and all of this space to do whatever you want. So you may ask, oh, what if I want to insert row numbers to this? I want to start here and name it 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can do it in Excel and just populate it by dragging this corner and say 1, 2, 3. But, what if I want to do it in MATLAB? Okay, I'll show you how to do this. So right now we have a 1000 row variable. So in this case, I need to generate 1000 row numbers. I'm going to call it row num. Actually, let's write it in the script. So let's call it row num equals, we're going to call it line space 1000. And then we're going to go XLS right. We're going to go good. And then we need to transpose by putting a apostrophe there at 1 and B3, B1 actually.